Hello, we say welcome. This is Enoch Noel at No 55 State TV show. I once again greet each and everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Let's again try to talk about something. So, guess what? What do we have today? So today we are going to try to focus on G20, which took place in South Africa a few days ago, and let's see what happened there. So this is G20, as we know, it's the meeting or the conference or the gathering for the 20 countries which are leading in terms of businesses, or the richest countries in the world. Yeah, I know we have G7, we have G20. Now they are trying to make G100. That was suggested by the president of South Africa, um, Cyril Ramaphosa. Yeah, so G20 took place, and US didn't attend it. Yeah, it's kind of creepy to see that as a country which is leading in businesses, innovation, and wealthiest country in the world, it did not attend G20. What was the problem? Why did the US even didn't send the representative to represent it at this meeting in South Africa? Yeah, first of all, if we go back few months ago or a while ago, President of the US accused of South Africa, that they were committing genocide against the white people in South Africa. So that was a big controversial, even when the president of South Africa came to US to meet with Trump. It was a big controversial. Trump brought the pictures proving that there was a genocide against the white people in South Africa. But as we know, the president of South Africa, he came with some white people who are in serving in his government to prove that there was no genocide. And addition to that, we know that Trump asked those white South Africans to immigrate in the U.S. immediately if they want. I'm sure there are more than 60 families which were granted the permanent residence in United States, because Trump thinks that South African white are being killed because they are white. So he decided to do so, and takes those who are willing. They moved in the United States, and there are those who say who refuse. They say no. South Africa is our country. We can't leave. So there are those who stayed in South Africa, and they're working, with the government of South Africa, and working with the president. So part of it that the US didn't want to go to G20 South Africa is that there was a genocide against the white people in South Africa. That's why part of it that US President Donald Trump did not want to attend the G20 in South Africa. And another reason is that we all know that Trump doesn't like Africa anyways. That's why he called uh, African countries that they are shitty holes, because he doesn't like them. So if he doesn't like Africa, then it would be creepy to go and meet there. I'm sure, because we saw it in his first term, he never visited Africa, I'm sure. And even this time, he's not going to visit Africa at all, because he doesn't like it. He thinks that it's a shitty holes, things people from there, they are not very important. And, so that's why he doesn't want to look there or to go there to, to the shithole countries. Yeah. So, but the most important thing is that Canada took the world stage, and because we have China there, you have those 20 countries, you have them there, China, Germany, and so many other countries. everyone was looked at, all the leaders they were looked at, but the Canadian leader, Prime Minister Macron, he stood as a leader, a global leader, leading even because if you can see the superpower nations, everyone looks at the US, but in that G20, Macron stood as a real leader, a leader who includes everyone, a leader who motivates everyone, a leader who want to see business, yeah, is spread around, do business with other people. So that's why there are so many leaders who attended this G20. They praised him that he was a great leader and he was a perfect leader to lead this global community. So kind of then it's becoming superpower, and Canada is going to be able to replace. It's already replaced because if you look at the G20 meeting, everyone was just admiring this guy. That the Canadian Prime Minister was really the real leader who deserve to lead this global community, which we really appreciate. And also you know, connecting with other leaders, how they can do, business together, how they can develop, new technology, innovation, creativity, and so many more things. So that's why it was very important, especially now that Canada US business is kind of collapsing. Nothing is really moving on properly. So it was also a great opportunity for the Canadian Prime Minister to convince other leaders, to do business together instead of depending on a single country, which is the US, which has now, embarrassed, all everyone in business, real business, because as we know, Trump announced that America doesn't need anything, and no lumber like timbers, no dairy products, no auto parts, no autos, nothing. So doesn't want anything from Canada. They say they can do their own stuff, and which may require time, may require investment, and it's not just going to start tomorrow. So that's why it was such important for the Prime Minister of Canada to stand at the world stage and express the um, positive plans on doing business, investment, and so on. So, in a nutshell, this is what we had for you. We believe that you have a good evening and good morning and a good day. Bye.